Like there's these big metal things that look like towers.
Yeah.
They're not like tower, but they're like, steel structures. And
Yeah.
they like, okay, so you know what I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
it snapped a bunch of those in half.
Oh,
Like
wow.
the steel things. So those are called feeder lines. And the feeder line into the southern part of our county took a direct hit.
We're live.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy. My college roommate was actually on he was the meteorologist in Kentucky who was he was there. They live very near those towns that got destroyed.
Oh, wow.
He was on air the whole time. He and I have been talking. He said there's no words to describe it as far as it I don't know. It sucks.
No kidding.
We didn't get too much. It's so and like we went out of power at 2 a.m. on Saturday, and it was back by that night.
Nice.
So yeah, that was good.
Hey Tim, we just got the live notification says that Jesse's playing Mario 64.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm smiling here. It's like,
okay, got it.
Change those before going live.
Yeah, we're live though, eh?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Tim didn't have any other things to do.
No, I know, right? Hey, folks, what is going on? Welcome to the Indie World pre-show. I'm looking at it here at 8 minutes before the show starts. Myself, Mr. Marty Estes, Timothy Off over there on the producing the show. He's getting it ready right now. So I'm not gonna throw questions to him because he's concentrating.
I think I'm ready.
I think you're ready. Excellent.
Yes.
Marty, I'll start with you. We're 8 minutes away. We didn't know this was coming until yesterday. There was there were some predictions and some rumors.
Very quick.
This was a trend. We saw 2019 they did this, 2020 they did this, 2021. Nintendo's kind of got this idea of let's finish off the year with a pretty solid indie world. What are you hoping to see or thoughts just kind of out there on the horizon for what you're thinking might be in here?
I think that we will. Well, what I would hope to see. I know there's a ton of people who want to see anything from Silk Song. And totally. I think that would be a great time for that, an update. Also, it's been 2 years since Sports Story was revealed for the Switch.
I forgot about Sports Story.
That's probably I think maybe we might get something from there. I was kind of hoping for something on the Gunk.
Oh, the most recent. I mean, that was just released this week, or actually today. I apologize. And maybe sure. Look, it's out today in Xbox.
It's out today on Game Pass. Why not on Switch?
You're wondering if we might have a shadow drop on Switch today?
Yeah, and I mean, here's the thing. It's Thunderful, right? And so they are very Switch friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Which game?
The Gunk.
The Gunk.
The Gunk. Okay, that's right.
So I would definitely like to see something about that. But as I said, here's the thing. Usually I go into these with an expectation here's this indie game or a handful of indie games that I really, really want to come to Switch. Right. Mm-hmm. Right now, I don't have any of those in my queue. I don't have any in the hopper.
Yeah.
Loop Hero pretty much was the thing.
Sure.
And gosh, so good.
You and I have to chat. I actually just started Loop Hero today.
Yeah.
I've played it for about half an hour. I don't really know if I'm doing it well, but I think I am.
Okay. Then that's good. You're off to a good start because when you start, you definitely don't. Nobody knows if they're doing it well.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I'm doing it well. I did beat the Lich this morning.
Okay.
But that's like beating the thing that gave Thanos the Tesseract.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's apparently because there's some stuff that happens when you beat the Lich.
Yeah.
So the Gunk, that's really all I'm looking for.
Okay. Yeah. I it's interesting. You're I'm sitting here. I got my monitor to my left here. I'm looking at the Indie World YouTube, right? The chat is flying by. Silk Song. I agree. It'd be great to get an update on Silk Song. I don't think we're going to get it, right? That feels like that unicorn that's never there. We might get we may get something and saying it'll be like 2022. We might get that. I love your idea around gunk. I think that's a great idea. A couple that come to mind for me. Outer Wilds, definitely, right? We were told it was May 2021. We haven't heard an update on that. I think Outer Wilds is one that I'd like to see. Two or three others that come to mind here. I always look at like what was big in the PC scene, what was kind of having some hot moments. One of the games is Splitgate. And this is an arena shooter that had a really good moment in 2021 that I think, and the devs were very honest with saying, we'd love to get it to the Nintendo Switch. So I think that's an area that we could see. Two other games I'm going to throw out there as well. I'm going to say it, Bug Snacks, right? Bug Snacks would be a great game to get on the Switch.
Yeah, I would love to see Bug Snacks.
And then another one that I think about as well is Pathless. Now, Pathless is a PlayStation game, but it was available on Apple Arcade. And that feels like an easy port over to the Nintendo Switch as well. So that's kind of 4 games that I'm thinking rumored out there. There's nothing else too huge. I mean, people are like, I'd like to know about the Ninja Turtle game. We'd all like to know about the Ninja Turtle game. It's gonna be 2022.
I do think we're gonna get a look at it. I don't think that we're gonna get a date or anything like that. And may I add, Mr. Justin Masson,
sure.
I think your stubble is scratching on your microphone.
Probably, yeah. I apologize. Like this is running an Apple AirPods right. I know. I need to
there you go.
Some money for. There we go. I apologize. Yeah, that's a great call out though as well. I would say the fact that this, I mean, here's what is going to happen. We are going to get several shadow drops today. The fact that this is being announced, or at 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 9 o'clock PST. For those who don't know, that's when the refresh occurs in the eShop.
That is
so
correct.
We're absolutely getting shadow drops today. We're going to get some out nows. That's a very strategic call they do there. Looking at the time here, 3 minutes away. Timothy, I'm going to throw to you. Hopefully we're doing well, sir. But yes. But what are you thinking?
All the same things like the Outer Wilds and all those games you guys mentioned there too. So, but the one that I was hoping for to drop this month that was postponed, but is actually on Steam, is the Fire Girl game that Thunderful also is behind, along with another developer I can't think of at the moment. But that one I was really excited about because I liked the visuals on that game. And they did delay it for 2022, but I was hoping maybe that since it's out on Steam, maybe they were going to drop it for the Switch sooner. I can only hope, but it more than likely will be 2022, but you never know.
Yeah. I wonder, as we look at across the another game that comes to mind actually as we're sitting here, Genshin Impact. That has been rumored coming to the Switch for a while. So that could be there.
Can I ask, does Genshin Impact even classify as an indie at this point?
I don't know. I mean, there are games. So I think something like Valorant or World of Warcraft, League of Legends. Like, well, those are definitely not indies. That blurred line between what is and what is not an indie is so hard. I mean, Keenan Bridge of Spirits, right? That's qualified as an indie studio this year. But I mean, they're making a game that looks
I go to Nintendo's page for the indies, and Tetris Effect is listed as an indie. Yeah. I would have not considered that one, but okay.
A lot of times it's games that I don't play or look for in the PC side, right? So a lot of those games that have been around the PC.
I think we could also see, this is one that I think we'll just see another look at, is maybe Metal Slug Tactics or Oxenfree 2.
Yeah, that could be. Sorry, Tim.
Let's watch and let's see.
All right, I have to drop. Good luck, guys. I'm excited to see. Take care.
Right,
bye-bye.
See you, Justin. All right, Tim, here we go.
And welcome to Indie World. I'm Amber.
And I'm Paul. We're back to show you.
Somebody said they're hoping for Lawnmower Simulator and Switch.
Let's dive right in.
Pressure Washer Simulator. I would be all about that. Oh, come on. This looks awesome already.
I think I've seen something about this before.
This looks like Chrono Trigger, man.
I was going to say, I think this is a Chrono Trigger type homage
wow.
game. Look at it. It looks awesome.
Can this come out today, please?
Right?
Oh, my Lord.
And if it plays like anything, like in the story is like anything like Chrono Trigger, this is going to be just nuts.
I need this game in my life.
Right? Sea of Stars.
Sea of Stars. Okay.
Fans of classic RPGs with modernized elements will want to check out Sea of Stars.
It looks
It tells the
fantastic.
story
We
of
check
two
it out
children of
today,
the
please?
solstice,
Right.
a lunar monk, and a solar blade dancer. They must combine the powers of the sun and the moon to perform eclipse magic, the only thing that can fend off monsters created by an evil alchemist known
I
as
thought this was a
the
Kickstarter game.
Fleshmancer.
Fluid and engaging turn-based combat. Stunning dynamic lighting. A world where you
This-
can
this
traverse
game
freely
is
and explore
gorgeous.
every nook and cranny.
Right?
And that's just scratching the surface. Not to mention the incredibly moving story with plenty of twists and turns. It's also set in the same universe as The Messenger and serves as a prequel. But don't worry, you don't need to
Really?
play The
Interesting.
Messenger to fully enjoy this gorgeous game.
And get this, some of the music was composed by none other than the renowned Yasunori Mitsuda, who composed music for Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
There we
Sea
go.
of Stars launches on Nintendo Switch Holiday 2022.
Oh, I thought it said holiday 2021.
Oh man.
Oh,
Long
man.
way away.
That is a long way away. What is this?
These indie games are looking phenomenal these days.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is stuff you used to expect from like AAA titles.
Right?
Look at like all the detail on the graphics, and then you look at the character's face.
Right.
嗨，我是志选。
嗨，我是 Nate，我们是 Underscore Team，
Hi.
很高兴有机会带来这款游戏。Alicia，
Alicia，
希望借由 Asia 与绿夏的冒险旅程，可以让我们重新体验到人生当中会面临到许多痛苦的选择。这也是我们创作 Alicia 的初衷。
嗯
希，望你可以开始寻找你的伙伴，因为 Alicia 接下来会在Switch上与大家见面。利用独特的操作玩法，我们也预期可以为你与伙伴之间带来非常不一样的体验。我们Switch上见吧，拜。
that looks interesting.
There's
Yeah.
plenty to admire in this puzzle adventure game.
Oh, it's another
For
PQ
twin
game
sisters
too.
Aisha and Lisha, cooperation is key in safely navigating this deserted temple. The game makes creative use of the various input options available on Nintendo Switch. Each sister is controlled differently, and you can control both via solo or local co-op play.
Oh, that's
With
cool.
Aisha, you'll use motion controls with Joy-Con controllers in TV mode. And with Lisha, you'll use touch controls to guide the helper robot Ambu in handheld mode.
However you choose to play, you'll need the sisters to work together by exchanging clues and operating devices that can help you go deeper inside the temple.
Hmm.
But be careful, it's filled with all sorts of menacing monsters and treacherous traps. Some
Sorry
of
about
them
that.
can trigger
okay.
different endings.
It's almost got like
The
a
heartfelt,
Breath of the Wild
overlapping
look to it
music
in a
when
way.
It really does. I was
playing,
thinking
coupled with the
that
emotional story, will complement your journey to uncover the secrets
it's
residing
like the
within.
characters, especially.
Alicia, the Oblivion of Twin Goddesses, launches as a console exclusive on
spring.
Nintendo
Man,
Switch
2022 is
spring
going to be a
2022.
ridiculous year.
I know, right?
Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Joe. We're two brothers who started our
I might
own
have to get
indie
another
studio
job.
in order to make a classic point-and-click adventure game.
Well, then you won't have
Today,
time to
we're
play these
excited to
games.
announce our debut title, Locomotive.
But I won't have money
Set
to
aboard and
buy the
Right, I
games.
know.
You find yourself caught in the middle of a deadly mystery, full of twists, turns, and larger-than-life characters. Soul-satisfying puzzles and clear your name once and for all.
We both grew up playing point-and-click adventure games, and it's been a long-term ambition for us to put our own spin on it.
We can't wait for you to play Locomotive when it comes to the Nintendo Switch system.
Welcome
Locomotive?
aboard the Royce Express, where my guests indulge in luxury travel, fine dining, and murder.
Murder.
Well, then,
Yes.
who's at hand to catch my killer? There's my trusty lawyer, a would-be detective, and Her Majesty's Secret
I like this.
Service. There's just one problem. They're the suspects. With puzzles to solve, palms to grease, and clues to uncover.
This reminds me
they
of
better move
Maniac
their
Mansion.
innocence fast, or it's the
Yes.
end of the line in an adventure that's not just nuts. It's Locomotive.
That's hilarious.
Chucklefish,
Ooh,
Yes.
I do love me a good murder mystery.
which means it may be announced and then put out in like
Single-player
3
point-and-click
years.
comedy
You know,
adventure. Climb aboard the Royce Express and investigate the suspicious death of Lady Unterwald.
You'll play as a straight-laced lawyer, an amateur detective, and an undercover agent at different points in the story. Along the
about all
way,
these other
you'll meet
people?
a
Aren't they
fully
all
voiced
suspects too?
cast of quirky characters and solve head-scratching
fully
puzzles
voiced. That's
to prove
nice.
Your
That's cool.
innocence. Figure out who done it and what locomotive inspired them to murder in the first place. Locomotive steamrolls onto Nintendo Switch summer 2022.
No shadow drops so far.
Rama, wake up. It's almost 1 p.m., you sleepyhead. Your friends are waiting for
interesting.
you. Come on.
So what do they call these type of things? The novel type games?
Interactive novel.
Yeah.
I miss you, dude.
There's some music involved there.
But you need to live your life.
After Love E EP.
On behalf of the Pixelnesia team from Indonesia, I'm proud to announce our upcoming game, After Love EP. After Love EP is a modern-day story of music, loss, acceptance, loving others, as well as yourself. While the game is
a very
heavily
fuzzy
inspired by
mic,
the aesthetic and storytelling
cover.
format of
Right.
the Japanese manga,
Like
the
a
game
fuzzy
itself is set
flower.
in Jakarta. We want players to experience this vibrant place we call home, which is also considered as the melting pot of the multicultural people of Indonesia. We cannot wait to let you experience our unique narrative adventure and explore our interpretation of Jakarta.
Sam says it
From
looks
the
like
creative
Scott
director
Pilgrim
of What
versus the
Comes
visual
After
novel.
and Coffee Talk comes
It
a
kind of
story
does.
narrative about
I mean,
love,
like,
loss, and lyricism. Set in Jakarta, Indonesia, After Love EP focuses on young musician Rama, who struggles to compose music after his girlfriend Cinta passes away. By communicating with Cinta's voice inside his head, Rama will learn how to cope with grief, forge new relationships, and even potentially love
I
again.
think I played
A
What Comes
mixtape
After.
of
The
visual
same-
novel,
I think you
rhythm
did.
game,
I think I remember
and
you doing a
narrative
video on
adventure.
that.
Yeah.
After Love EP
And that was dealing with,
challenges you to complete an
the
EP
passing of a
music
loved
to
one,
fulfill
too,
a promise made to Cinta. There
Significant
are
other.
multiple endings based on the choices you make, as well as an original soundtrack from Indonesian band Alfalfa, and striking art direction from Soyatu.
Start anew in After Love EP,
Another summer
launching on
2022.
Nintendo Switch, summer 2022.
Lots to look forward to in 2022.
Pop it up. What is this? You know I love anything pixel art. Is this a zombie cooking game? What in the ever-loving mess is this?
I'm trying to figure out what
What?
happened, why he's got something on his forehead. Like, is
I
that
think it's maybe it's
controlling him?
like it's a coin for something. Or
Oh, he's being
dungeon
controlled.
munchies.
I'm hungry. I've got the munchies. Dungeon munchies, that is.
Then this
I'm
2D
just gonna go ahead and tell you,
side-scrolling
I'm gonna have to
platformer
play
should
this.
definitely
Look at this.
satisfy
It's
your craving.
nuts.
You are dead. Well, you were dead, and now you've been revived in a mysterious underground facility. But
The
forget
thing's
hanging
got
around
slapped
here.
on his forehead.
You've got to get out.
With the help of the undead Necro Chef Simmer, you'll hunt down monsters.
The
and
Necro
cook
Chef.
And eat them.
Yep.
There are around 100 dishes that provide.
Do you remember the old
various
show?
abilities.
And I think there was a game too, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yes.
It reminds me of that.
Okay.
Literally, this game is a great place to get locally sourced and farm
Okay, so
fresh
third strongest
monsters.
mole.
So
Sam
mix
said
and
it
match
looked
to
like
get the right
looks like a
meal for your
talisman on
playstyle.
his forehead.
And let's not forget
Yeah.
the
That makes
eclectic
sense.
cast of characters, hilarious side-splitting story, and charming 2D pixel art. Better bring a
Oh
variety
my
to
It looks
your
fantastic,
when
though.
Dungeon Munchies devours its way onto
it looks
the
like you can
Nintendo
just
Switch
add
system
on to
later today.
Yes.
There you go.
This is day one purchase for me. Yes.
Jeg er spilinstruktør og lyddesigner hos Bedtime Games. Jeg har lavet spilmusik i over 10 år. Vores kommende spil, Figment 2, er fyldt med masser af musical boss fights og andre lydlæggerier. For at få de mest punchy lyde, har jeg været ude ved mit træsvær og smadret på havegriller og kaffekanner. Musikken i Figment indordner sig efter dig. Vi har brugt rigtig meget energi på at få lyd, musik og gameplay til at spille sammen. Og vi glæder os rigtig meget til at vise jer spillet. I'm coming back to the surface. I need time to make things right. So
Wow.
Come on. This is.
Wow, this looks phenomenal. I like the artwork in this game.
We're already on to the next segment.
Figment
Yep.
2.
This isn't a figment of your imagination.
Valley.
Oh, very funny. In this musical puzzle adventure game, you'll make your way through a
Game
rhythmic
footage not
world
final.
set in the human mind.
So this is another
Unfortunately,
2022.
nightmares are spreading chaos everywhere. It's up to you to put an end to their fearsome schemes.
But this looks fantastic.
Play solo or locally with a friend as you wield your
Ooh,
trusty
another
sword
local
in
play
engaging
cooperative.
combat.
I like it.
Manipulate
I like
environments
that.
to solve compelling puzzles
More games for me and
and
Sam
have
to play.
symphonic
I was gonna say,
showdowns
it'd be,
against some musically menacing
good for
bosses.
kids to play with their parents.
Sounds
Yeah.
like trouble. Or trouble.
Ugh. Figment 2, Creed Valley begins
That's
its symphony
closer.
on
That's not
Nintendo
bad.
Switch
That's
February
very close.
2022. A
I wonder
free demo
where's
will be
Figment
available
1?
Ooh, a
today
demo.
on Nintendo
Sweet.
All right.
I'll be
Is
downloading that.
the first Figment game on Switch?
I don't know. Let me look real quick.
Investing.
This is. I have this game. Deepsea Adventure. I have the board game.
Moon? Check that
Nice.
too. A slew of board games from
This is
developers
cool.
games are coming to Nintendo Switch.
Point Games.
Go on.
So there's a bunch of them.
Yes.
That's
Treasure
cool.
hunts in Deepsea Adventure.
That Deepsea Adventure is really fun,
Did they say
and it
this is
plays
coming
really
later
really
today?
quick.
Catch the sketchy
I bet
road.
this is out today.
Don't get caught in A Fake Artist Goes to New York and recover supplies with your fellow astronauts to survive in Moon Adventure. The games are designed
Oh,
to be
come
easy
on.
to understand. They also capture and recreate the feel of their original tabletop versions.
You can play all the games locally and online, so you can play with friends near and far.
Yes.
Get together and play on one system, or
I'm
create
all
a
about
with
more board
friends.
game
More games will
Yeah, I
be
know,
coming to
right?
designed in the
Switch.
future.
Yes.
Start a game night
Looking
with
at
Let's
This
Play
looks
Board
done.
Games.
It
This
does-
looks done.
Yeah,
Yes.
there we go. Later today.
Oh gosh, I've spent so much money today.
That's two of them.
Hi, I'm Javier,
Dungeon Munchies
CEO
and Let's
programmer
Play.
at Heroic Studios.
Hi, I'm Iris.
Figment
I'm working
does
as a
not
environment
appear to be on
artist
Nintendo
for
Switch.
our upcoming title, and
Okay. First game.
Extinction is forever.
We wanted to create a game that raises awareness about how the world may be in the near future if we don't change our consumption habits.
The environment is mainly presented during night, since we want to emphasize a fox's natural behavior and contrast a calm but deteriorating world and human threats
I
during
take
the day.
that back. Figment
Hope that
is
ending
on the
may
Nintendo
encourage
Switch.
everyone to reflect, but also that
Okay,
players
I
around
may
the
have to
world
check
It's
that out.
can
20
enjoy
bucks.
its story, gameplay, and cuteness.
I'm adding that to my wish list.
Oh, this game looks good. Get to play as a fox.
My daughter will like that. She loves foxes. Can you get some
You know,
other
I was
little
really
animals?
hoping that, one that I was hoping that we would see that, I didn't mention, was that game that was shown off during the Game Awards. Shauna or something like that.
As
Okay,
the last
yeah, I
mother
don't remember
fox
that
in Endling, Extinction
Is the one with the girl and all the
Keep
robots?
3 cubs alive and lead them to
Okay.
safety. In a
But she was
world
riding a
ravaged
robot?
by
Right, that's right, and it was
In
really
this
good
game,
motion
blending
and
stealth,
speed
survival,
was showing very well.
and adventure, you'll make your way through devastated environments to reach the one place on Earth where humans can't hurt you. Along the way, you'll hunt other animals to feed your cubs, as well as teach them new skills to make them less vulnerable to predators. I really hope they make it.
I do too. But in the end, How many of your cubs survive the perilous journey is up to you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Extinction is
no,
forever.
my,
Launches
I don't know if I could take
my
that.
Kid, my kid can't play that.
Right?
No.
Here's more info about the skateboarding action platformer Ollie Ollie World from our friends at Roll7 and Private Division.
Far across the Ollie Ollie world is Radlandia, a nation.
I don't like skateboarding games at all, but the art style on this game is amazing.
I know. It's almost like just a platformer, but on
it's like Adventure Time skateboard.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's just part of your journey to Nirvana. There
I forgot about this game though, too.
Challenging each other's skills
Me too.
to win rewards and create new routes to share with your friends. So come shred by the sea, chase a bee, meet a tree, get on down to Radlandia and achieve Nirvana.
Wonder what the odds of Tunic coming to Switch are.
Some of those.
Ollie
Tunic,
Ollie
I thought
World
it was.
rolls onto Nintendo Switch February 8th,
Is it?
2022.
Nice.
Hey, February 8th.
Begin
That's
later today on Nintendo eShop.
Tunic.
Hi,
Did
I'm
not
Dan
have it.
Rich, director of River City Girls 2.
And I'm
Oh,
Colleen,
come on.
producer of River City Girls 2.
I've been a River City fan since the days of the Nintendo Entertainment System, and in fact, this is the third River City game I've worked on. So I'm thrilled to bring you an all-new adventure starring Misako, Kyoko, Kunio, and Ricky.
We were blown away by the response to the first River City Girls. So, for the sequel, we're including everything players loved about the original, plus a whole lot more, including online co-op.
We're working really hard to get this game into your hands as soon as possible. In the meantime, please enjoy our debut trailer for River City Girls 2.
Nice. Yeah, Tunic is not on the Switch.
River City Girls 1 was good. It was
it was
difficult.
It's a fighter, and but I thought Sam would like to play it with me, but the only one he's been into is Scott Pilgrim. But like when we tried Streets of Rage, you didn't get into it much. I am getting the Turtles game regardless.
I love Streets of Rage 4, but man, it's so difficult to play by yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that it was meant to like be co-op, but I don't have a lot of co-op opportunities.
Right.
So,
yeah, same here. Especially if Sammy
More
doesn't have any
baddies to
interest.
take down? Let's go.
Right there with you. Way Forward is back with
It'd
the
be cool if you
I
could
need to
do
finish this
online
game.
co-op.
City Girls.
I didn't finish River City Girls. I need to finish it.
With higher stakes.
Yeah, it'd be cool if there was
streets,
online
and
co-op.
even more
Like, you
over-the-top
can
humor.
like hook up with some of
Take
your
control
friends
of
and
one of
play
6
online
characters,
together.
including returning powerhouses Kyoko and Misako.
I don't know if that's
Each
a thing or
character
not.
has their own fighting style and upgradable
not
movesets,
sure.
which you'll need as you set off on a new quest, picking up where the first game left off.
And when we say new, we mean it. New moves, enemies, areas,
I
items.
love that one of them can
and a
hold
new
the other,
soundtrack by the
held an
first
enemy
game's
while the other one
composer,
beats them down.
Megan McDuffie.
Those are always
Not to
fun.
mention branching paths, as well as a return of a familiar foe. Get the fists flying solo, or team up with a friend, locally or online. What do you say,
2022.
Paul? Ready to give some goons the old 1-2?
Oh, heck yeah!
River City Girls 2 punches its way onto Nintendo Switch, summer 2022.
Right around E3. I'm calling it.
We've got several more indie games coming to Nintendo Switch. From painting the
Not
world
done.
to a management sim with dinosaurs. Enjoy!
What? I need to see this.
Right? All right, Retro Logic Peeps. We're going to have a dinosaur game.
What is the painting game? Parkosaurus.
There you go.
I'm getting that.
Literally dinosaurs.
It's literally dinosaurs. It's amazing. Oh,
Yep, there it is, Sam.
Don't Starve
Literally
Together.
dinosaurs.
There's a sequel. I played the first Don't Starve, and I did not do well. I didn't like it. Finally, Chicory's available today.
Oh, nice.
I've been waiting to play this, hoping it was coming to Switch.
I didn't even know about this.
Oh, dude.
Baby Storm.
What is this? You know what game I want to know about? What is that? What was the hat game? You remember the hat that everybody fought over?
No.
It was on a. It's been a long time ago. Like King of the Hat. That was the name of
Okay.
it.
All right.
I want to know more about that. Where is King of the Hat? I think this is wrapping up. They're gonna have like one more big thing.
Right.
Said about 20 minutes, and so we're at 11:21.
Yep. So yeah, I think you're right, Mike.
They don't ever end on a sizzle reel, so
Right.
there's
There's
it's
usually
gonna be one more.
thing. Yeah.
Chicory coming out today too makes today expensive.
Right.
It's like, can all these games be $5, please?
Right.
No, they can't. I need Parkosaurus though. Like that's.
Or not. We've got one more game.
One more thing.
Check it out.
What is this?
Definitely an indie game.
I mean, the colored pencil art style is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Omori?
There's probably people who know
The
about that.
critically acclaimed RPG Omori is making its way onto Nintendo Switch.
Travel back and
Critically
forth
acclaimed.
between two strange and vibrant worlds, each one brimming with colorful friends and foes to uncover a forgotten past. You'll experience an unconventional story and turn-based battle system, supplemented by warm illustrations by renowned artist
It
Omori,
is a very
who
highly
also
rated game.
produced, wrote, directed, and coded much of the game. Amore does lean into some heavy topics, so be prepared. It's quite the journey.
Omori launches on Nintendo Switch spring 2022.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, this is a highly rated game in the on
And that's all for
PC.
today's Indie World. We hope you enjoyed the lineup of games in today's showcase.
As always,
So
we'd like to
much.
thank everyone in the indie community
That was a good.
working on games.
This was a good presentation.
And thank you
Oh yeah,
for
they're
watching.
really good. They
Don't forget to
on what
follow
they do,
our official Twitter account to stay up to date on all the latest news from Indie World.
and we might even see other
Until
drops
next
that
time,
didn't make the video
happy
too.
gaming.
So sometimes
You're right.
I see that afterwards.
Yeah. So I would say that was a very solid indie world.
That was very solid.
The star for me is definitely the Sea of Stars. I've got to play that game.
That was what kicked it off, right?
Yeah, the Chrono Trigger-esque game.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
That is gonna be a day one purchase.
Right. Yeah, this is
Yeah, that's it.
just visually it's just like that, and plus any feels to Chrono Trigger, everybody's gonna be all over that. So
Anything Chrono Trigger-esque, if they can capture that.
right.
But these guys are just pixel art masters. Like the Messenger looked so good. I just hope it doesn't do the Messenger thing where like the first half of the game is really, really super enjoyable, and then the last half of it is not.
Right.
Just put it that way.
We just have to wait until holiday 2022 for it.
God, so that looked good. I mean, there's not any game on this that I really went, wow, this was a terrible.
menacing monsters.
This game looks terrible.
Like all these people
Some of
doing
which
indie
can
games
trigger
is just
different
like
endings.
super talented
The
people.
heartfelt overlapping
Yeah.
music when playing with a friend, coupled with the
Well, and
emotional
I don't know if
story
you saw it
will
this morning. It
complement
was
your
also
journey
announced
to
that,
uncover the
and
secrets residing
it's not
within.
indie, I guess. Well, I mean, I guess in a way it is. That there's another Picross game coming to Switch.
Oh yes, yeah, I saw that was
Picross S7
mentioned in our
is-
Discord. Yeah, I was
I was going to see if some of these games are already up, and they are not.
yeah, it did say
So-
later today. So
Yep.
so
They're not. Archvale updated though. I was gonna see if they were even in the thing, you know.
Right. This one looked
The
interesting.
coming
The
soon.
After Love EP because it's
Yeah,
got
not
music.
my type of game, but I mean I think there's definitely these type of games keep popping up on Switch,
Yeah.
and so there's obviously an audience for
There
it,
is.
right?
Well, I mean, the interactive novels, if it's got a good story, it keeps me entertained as well. But I like the element
Sure.
of music gameplay in it that it has that makes it a little bit different.
That is true. It's almost reminds me of Night in the Woods,
Okay.
because there's some gameplay there. I mean, it's an interactive novel, really, but there's music there as well.
Right.
The Dungeon Munchies game.
Yeah.
I'm
It's hilarious. Definitely.
I'm on board for this.
Right.
When you cut the banana's head off, eat me,
And all the cooking.
and then cook
stuff.
it in the demon wok. I don't even know, how would you describe what's going on in this game?
It's insane. It's awesome.
Yeah. And then Figments.
Yep.
Looks
Figment too.
that one
Yep,
looks
and
really good.
What I'm interested, especially when there's a sequel, it's like when we go back and like, hey, this game was out on the Switch before, and it's like we find that
Yep.
Figment was there. So
I
got
was
some
going to look
time.
while we're talking about it and see if it was musically driven as well, because it does have that same look.
Yeah.
Let's see, beautifully, let's see here.
Let's see. Does it have
Whimsical
music?
hand-drawn world, full score of music performance. Yeah, music is an integral part
Yep.
of Figments.
There you go.
Fight Nightmares use both brain and brawn. Yeah, this came out in 2018. Wow. Okay, and it's like you said, $20.
Yep.
This game I'm super excited for. So Tim, I don't know if you can find it and pause it, like where it shows the submarine. I was going to kind of explain that game.
Sure.
Right there. There it was. Well,
Did I
you're
pass
there.
it?
Yeah, probably. It's okay.
Trying to find it, and click on it in the right
I
spot.
think that the Moon Adventure game is kind of the same concept as well. But yeah, there's that Deepsea Adventure game. So pause it right there. So what you're doing is you see all those little tiles that go out and they have different dots on them.
Yes.
So what you're doing is you're deep sea explorers, right? And you're trying to venture out by rolling the die and getting to a tile, which then flips over when you get it
Okay.
or when you get there, and you decide whether to keep the treasure on the other side or no, doesn't flip over. I'm sorry. You decide whether to keep the treasure or not. And when you do, you pull that tile out and put down one of those circular X markers.
Okay.
And so what it is the further you go, the more the harder it is for you to get back, because your treasures are going to weigh you down and affect
Okay.
your die roll. But the submarine, you'll see, has numbers on it as well.
Yeah.
It's counting down oxygen.
Oh.
And so if you don't make it back to the ship or to the submarine by the time the oxygen runs down, you don't get any treasures.
You lose
And
all
so
those treasures.
and you don't get any points. And the game's played over 3 rounds. So there's kind of a pressure luck element to it as well.
Okay.
You're the farther out you go, the more points you'll score from the treasures you get. But also you might run out of oxygen, and any treasures that are taken, those little circular X markers at the end, those are removed and the line gets shorter. So in the further, in the later rounds, round 2 and round 3, depending on how many treasures are taken, you may have a chance at better treasures.
Okay.
So I don't know about the fake artist game. I don't know anything about startups. Moon Adventure looks kind of like the same thing as Deepsea Adventure, just with some different elements. I'm super excited about all of these.
Okay. Yeah. They look like fun.
It's super fun. And like, we bought that Deepsea Adventure game for my birthday this year, and we played 5 or 6 rounds of it that night. It's fast and it's fun. I think it's going to be a great package of things to play with your kids.
Right.
What'd you think about this game?
So this game is like, it's intriguing. It's a survival game. I wonder if Nick, I can't tell if it's Nick or Sean behind the Game Pass news in our chat, but if it's Nick, he likes the survival games. If he did
I don't
mention,
like the added element of having to protect your children.
right? Yeah, he did mention that would Game Pass news mentioned that it would be heart wrenching. But yes, that's the endling extinction is forever. So I'm intrigued, but at the same time, I don't want to be crying while I'm playing the game.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like,
Uh,
what else we got here? Oh, the Ali Ali, of course. I'm excited.
yeah,
for that.
of course. This phone's gonna ring. Welcome to office work.
Well, yeah, we're in the office.
I really love the art style of this game,
Yeah.
but I don't know about the skating.
Right. Yeah.
Like you
skateboarding
said,
thing, I
it
get
feels like
but-
it's more of like a traversal type thing. but-
right. That's what I like. I don't know how much of the skateboarding part is going to be a part of the gameplay.
Hey,
like,
did we skip over the point and click thing? I think we did.
Which one? Because there was
The point and click on the train. It was like right near the beginning.
Oh,
Locomotive.
the locomotive. Yeah. I
Yeah,
did play that.
it's going to be
briefly.
I think it's going to be back. I'm really interested in that
There
one.
it is.
Yeah, this one looks really good.
Yeah. I'm excited for that one too.
I just love it when people can like use that type of art to create a work like that to me is a gorgeous game.
Yeah.
And there's just things that you can do with pixel art that you can't. I mean, like
cracked
you
me
have to imply it, right?
Right.
It's not 3D. It's not actually happening. Hang on just a second.
It's all right. All right, and this is the other one that looked interesting. I didn't play River City Girls either. The first one. It's on my list, my wish list, but I never got around to playing it. Like I said during the video, when we watched it the first time, it's hard to get people to play with me in the house these type of games. It's hit or miss for Sam, my son. So yeah, it'll be on my wish list, but we'll see. And then what we got here? Oh, more River City Girls. So, and then we got that's right. We got the
the sizzle
showcase,
reel.
The sizzle reel. There's the dinosaurs game.
Yeah. The pandas or Parkosaurus. I'm really like that. That's up my alley. The baby game. I'm not so sure. Like, I wish we had seen more about this because there's a lot going on in this trailer. Like, there's Tyrannosaurus eating people.
Yeah,
this one.
I'm interested in the Parkosaurus one too because
I'm out on Don't Starve.
Yeah, I didn't play the
I'm
first one,
out.
so I'm like, it looks cool. I like
And
the art
another thing
style.
too is like now this one I'm all about.
There you go.
Chicory. When it comes out, I'm gonna need this today.
Right.
So it's almost like a watercolor. You remember how they had you were a kid, you had those books with paint with water?
Yes.
That's kind of what it looks like to me.
Oh, okay.
Or paint by number. And you color the world as you play.
Right.
So so you saw the water there,
Yes.
right? And it was like providing color.
Okay.
I just think it's gonna Adam Leonard from Megadads, he talked about it a lot when it came out on PlayStation. I was hoping for the Switch release because, if it doesn't come out on Switch, I don't get to play it.
All right,
So,
well,
yeah.
I can't go back in this one. I have to go find the actual video.
That's they probably have moved it over to the thing.
Yep. So, but that is the direct, and I'm sure.
So
we'll
if you
talk
had
about it
to
more.
give this one, if you had to give this one a grade, what grade would you give it?
I would say it's an A.
Yeah.
They
I would
do really well on these type of things and sharing.
I would
a
say that
variety
too.
of things for different players. So
Yeah, I was just going to go while you were doing that and check out something on YouTube. Usually they like this happens and like the trailer, well, you're there.
Yeah.
It's like they
Usually
drop those trailers like almost immediately.
right.
But
Well, they'll be doing it shortly, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Well, the showcase is now up. You're not seeing that. It just popped up if you'll
Right.
refresh. But
Hit the F5
and
key. There we go. There it
yeah,
is.
there it is. Yeah, it's interesting.
Oh yeah, there's the Amore.
And you think that we will get a and then Omori, yeah, that's
Yeah,
coming to
Omori.
Switch. It'll be interesting to I need to know some more about this game.
Yes. But it's
Said it
like
was
I
gonna
said,
deal
it's
with-
highly rated. Like
Highly rated, but dealing with some really heavy topics.
yes.
So maybe not a game
It
for
says
kids.
Amore is a surreal psychological horror RPG maker game developed by Amacat.
Psychological horror. Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Navigate through the vibrant and mundane to discover a forgotten past.
See what it
Prominently
says.
featuring concepts such as anxiety and depression.
Okay. Yep. Heavy topics
Yep.
for sure. Oh yeah, the baby storm. I don't get that one, but okay.
I don't either. It looks like a multiplayer kind of combat game.
Right. Sam's probably gonna want to play that, but it's like, dude, he gets so angry at people when they don't play right.
So the
This one looked interesting. What's this
the
one?
thing is, it mentioned in the description I was reading that the main character in Omori is a hikikomori boy. So I went to look that up, and it is a condition that is known as acute social withdrawal.
Okay.
A total withdrawal from society and seeking extreme degrees of social isolation and confinement. So it's characterized in Japan by adolescents and young adults who become recluses in their parents' homes, unable to work or go to school for months or years. So I can see where that would be some heavy stuff to
Oh
deal
yeah,
with.
yeah, definitely some heavy topics there. This was one I paused because I'm probably talking about some other games that we saw on the sizzle reel. I didn't catch this one. Grime.
Grime.
Yeah.
Yeah. This looks interesting.
It's got
I don't understand what's going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know that one will be on my radar, but that was
I'll keep an eye on that one just
a
because I want to
pretty
learn more about it.
I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head, Tim, saying this was an A effort.
Yes.
Really cool to see them end the year this way.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm glad they did it too, because we had our poll up on Twitter in regards to whether or not we were going to see a indie showcase, and most of the poll was negative. Like nobody thought we were actually going to get it.
so now we have to assume that every year,
because it's the third year in a row.
Nintendo.
Yep. Myself, I
at
thought
least
we
third
weren't
year?
going to get it because I was like, oh, they did it 2 years in a row. Oh, that means we'll get it in January.
I think we'll get a regular direct in January
Yeah, maybe.
at this point.
Yep.
So these games are still not up. So when do you think we're going to see this stuff hit the?
I would say around 3 Eastern time.
I'm just going to do a little one time before that you could find them by searching for them if you knew what to search for.
Oh yeah.
And they are not up. Chicory is not. What was the game that's supposed to have a demo today? Figment.
Is it Figment?
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to look and see if it was up yet. And only Figment 1 is up right now. So probably middle of the afternoon today, we'll see some stuff there. And we'll talk more about our impressions of these newly released games and everything else on this week's podcast.
Of course. Yep. We'll get more.
Because I'm going to have to go and do work now.
Me too. Time to get
Guys,
back to
thanks
our day
for
job.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in and watching along with us. Let us know over on our Twitter account at Nintendo Dads what you thought about the Direct and what games you're looking forward to, what impressed you, what didn't. And be sure to check in on the show this week as well for Jesse and Justin's impressions.
Yes.
So we'll see you on the flip flop. Thanks, Tim, for getting us together.
No problem.